It begins with a door. A heavy, ancient door deep inside Buckingham Palace. It closes with a quiet click. Not with force, not with spectacle, but with finality. Behind that door, decisions are made that may never be announced in full, but their effects ripple through history, touching titles, traditions, and trust. This time, the door closes behind Prince Andrew. Before we dive in, there's something I need to share with you. Over the past few days, thousands have watched these stories unfold, but most haven't subscribed. If you're one of them, I invite you now to join us. Subscribe to Crownverse so you never miss the next chapter in this unfolding royal history. In October 2025, a headline slices through the British press. Prince Andrew will no longer use his title, Duke of York. After months of silence and subtle distancing, the move is official. The palace confirms the change. Andrew himself issues a statement, measured, regretful, and carefully curated. But this wasn't a spontaneous act of reflection. It wasn't driven by personal growth. It was, according to insiders, the result of a decisive and deliberate conversation between King Charles and Prince William, a conversation that reportedly wasn't gentle. This is a story of discipline cloaked in duty, of a monarchy fighting to survive reputational chaos, and of a once favored son slowly and silently erased from the royal machine. Let's start at the beginning. Prince Andrew's fall from grace didn't begin in 2025. It began in whispers, decades ago, with mounting questions about finances, friends, and judgment. But it crystallized into a crisis after his association with Jeffrey Epstein became impossible to ignore. The public interview, the civil lawsuit, the quiet settlement, the ceremonial roles frozen, the public engagements canceled. By 2022, Andrew had lost most of his working duties. He was barred from appearing on the palace balcony during major events, stripped of military patronages. Public confidence in him had collapsed, and so had the monarchy's ability to shield him. But one thing remained: his titles. The Duke of York, a title steeped in tradition, held by princes and kings, a title still listed under his name on the royal family's official website, still used by commentators and correspondents, still printed, still spoken, still visible. That visibility became a liability. As 2025 dawned, royal insiders report that pressure began to mount again, not from tabloids but from within. Senior figures reportedly pressed for a final, irreversible step, and at the heart of that internal push, one name emerged repeatedly: Prince William. It's no secret that the Prince of Wales has taken a more assertive role behind the scenes. As his father's reign begins, William appears determined to help shape a monarchy built on relevance and reform. He knows the stakes. The Andrew crisis isn't just about family, it's about legacy. And by some accounts, William's stance was non-negotiable. The king, according to reports, consulted his heir. The message was clear: this cannot linger. The public will not forget. The firm must move forward. So, the palace moves. In a formal statement released on October 17th, Prince Andrew writes, "With His Majesty's agreement, we feel I must now go a step further. I will therefore no longer use my title or the honors which have been conferred upon me." The Duke of York. No more. The announcement is swift. The royal family's official website quietly updates Andrew's profile. The heading no longer reads Duke of York. He is simply Prince Andrew. There is no ceremony, no balcony wave, no royal procession. Just a digital edit and a closing door. But behind that door, according to reports from senior royal correspondents, the conversation wasn't easy. The decision wasn't unanimous. Some within the family are said to have pushed back, arguing that enough had already been done. Others feared the legal precedent or the personal cost to the king. But Prince William, insiders suggest, made his position clear. In the shadow of a modern monarchy, visibility equals relevance, and relevance without integrity invites collapse. For King Charles, this is a moment of balancing act. A monarch bound to tradition, now forced to become a reformer. The decision to greenlight Andrew's title removal is not just a disciplinary measure, it's a message. A message to the country, to Parliament, and perhaps most importantly to his own family. Shortly after the announcement, the palace releases a video message from the king. On the surface, it is a tribute to conservation efforts, filmed in a royal garden, calm and composed. But the timing, many believe, is no coincidence. This is the king's first public appearance since Andrew's announcement. No mention of the titles, no reference to the headlines, but the subtext is clear. He speaks of duty, of legacy, of protecting what matters. In the world of royal communication, what's unsaid often matters more than what is said. This moment signals something deeper, a quiet recalibration of royal power. And in the days that follow, more changes come into view. The Royal Lodge, Andrew's longtime residence, becomes a point of contention. Its costs, its symbolism, its visibility, it all adds up. Reports suggest the palace is reviewing his long-term access to the 30-room estate. Meanwhile, Andrew's public footprint all but vanishes. No official engagements, no royal press briefings, no presence at national ceremonies. He remains a private citizen, linked to the monarchy by blood, but not by duty. Still, questions remain. Will Parliament now move to remove his title formally through legislation? Will more members of the family face similar scrutiny in the years ahead? And what happens when personal loyalty clashes with public pressure at the highest levels of monarchy? In this case, the crown has chosen its course. The king, backed by his heir, acts not with anger, but with precision. The removal of Andrew's titles is more than a punishment, it is a pivot, a signal that the royal machine, so often slow to react, is learning to adapt. As the dust settles, Buckingham Palace maintains its silence. No interviews, no memoirs. Just gardens, footsteps, and an echoing door. For Prince Andrew, the consequences are lasting. His name may never vanish, but his role, his visibility, has been dismantled with intent. For Prince William, this is a defining moment. A glimpse into the future he may one day lead, one shaped not just by bloodlines, but by boundaries. And for King Charles, it's a message wrapped in formality. The crown may bend toward compassion, but it will not break for chaos. In a world of ceremony and silence, this is how the monarchy speaks, quietly, strategically, and irrevocably.